Welcome to my algebra class. We're on chapter 5, section 4, which is working with FOIL, multiplying two binomials together. And remember, when we do this, FOIL means first terms, so you get 6x squared. Outer terms, the terms on the outside, negative 9x. The inner terms, plus 10x. And the last terms, minus 15. When you simplify, you end up with a trinomial by collecting the two middle terms. So the resulting three terms, one's a quadratic term, which has the degree of 2, so the 6x squared is the quadratic term. The linear term has a degree of 1, the exponent is 1, that's the linear, and the constant has no variable after it, therefore the degree of x would have to be 0. The exponent for x would be 0. And we have here the vocabulary if you'd like to copy it down. So we're ready to do the assignment. You're on page 201, written 1 to 44. Number 2, we have x plus 7 times x plus 6. I'm going to have you do all four terms. I'm not quite ready for you to just do it mentally yet. So first terms, x squared, outer term 6x, inner term 7x, last term 42. And the answer is x squared, collecting your middle terms, 13x plus 42. Number 4, you have c minus 9 times c minus 6. First terms, c squared. Outer terms, negative 6c. Inner term, negative 9c. Last term, positive 54. Collecting like terms, you get to the trinomial, c squared minus 15c plus 54. Number 6, you have y plus 6 times the quantity y minus 2. First terms, y squared. Outer term, negative 2y. Inner term, plus 6y. Last term, negative 12. Collecting like terms, we get y squared plus 4y, the negative 2 and the positive 6, minus 12. Number 8, we have u minus 10 times u plus 9. First terms, u squared. Outer term, 9u, positive 9u. Inner term, negative 10u. Last term, negative 90. Collecting the middle terms, u squared minus u, positive 9, negative 10, minus 90. Number 10, 4 minus x times 1 minus x. First terms, 4. Outer term, negative 4x. Inner term, negative x. Last term, positive x squared. So this comes out 4, a negative 4 and a negative 1 make negative 5x plus x squared. Number 12, we have r plus 4 times 2r plus 3. First terms, 2r squared. Outer, plus 3r. Inner, plus 8r. Last, plus 12. So we have 2r squared, adding 3r and 8r make 11r plus 12. Problem 14, 4k minus 1 times k plus 4. First terms, 4k squared. Outer term, plus 16k. Inner term, minus k. Last, negative 4. Collecting like terms, 4k squared, 16k, take away a k, is 15k, positive 15k minus 4. (16) 2n plus 1 times 5n plus 2. First terms, 10n squared, outer term plus 4n, inner term plus 5n, last plus 3, plus 2. So we get 10n squared, adding these together, plus 9n plus 2. Problem 18, you have 3 minus 2r times 2 minus 3r. First term, 6, outer negative 9r, inner negative 4r, last positive 6r squared. Collecting like terms, 6 minus 13r, the negative 9, negative 4, plus 6r squared. And 20, we have 3x plus 2 times 2x minus 3. First terms, 6x squared, outer term minus 9x, inner term plus 4x, last minus 6. So that gives us 6x squared, negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5x minus 6. On the next page, the directions say write each product as a polynomial. So number 22, we have a plus 2b times a minus b. First term, a squared. Outer term, negative ab. Keep your variables in alphabetical order. Inner term, plus 2ab. And last, minus 2b squared. Collecting like terms, a negative 1ab and a positive 2ab just make 1ab. And then minus 2b squared. 24, we have 2r minus s times 3r plus 2s. First term, 6r squared. Outer term, plus 4rs. Inner term, negative 3rs. Last term, minus 2s squared. So bring down the 6r squared, add the like terms, positive 4 to negative 3, make positive 1, or just positive rs, and then minus 2s squared. Number 26, you have 2x plus 5y times 2x minus 3y. First terms, 4x squared. Outer, negative 6xy. Inner, plus 10xy. Last, negative 15y squared. Bring down the 4x squared, collect the like terms, a negative 6 and a positive 10, positive 4xy, and bring down the negative 15y squared. Problem 28. You have x squared minus 4x times 3x squared plus 2x. First term, 3x to the fourth. Remember to add your exponents you're multiplying. Plus 2x to the third, 2 plus 1. Inner terms, negative 12x cubed. Last, minus 8x squared. So that comes out 3x to the fourth. These two are like terms. They both have x cubed, so that's negative 10, positive 2 and negative 12, x cubed minus 8x squared. (30) p squared minus q squared times p squared plus 3q squared. First term would be p to the fourth. Outer term plus 3p squared q squared. Inner term minus p squared q squared. Last, negative 3q to the fourth. So that's p to the fourth. Collecting like terms, positive 3, take away 1, be positive 2p squared q squared minus 3q to the fourth. Oops. 32 y to the fourth minus 3y squared times y squared plus 2. First terms, add your exponents, y to the sixth, outer plus 2y to the fourth, inner negative 3y to the fourth, last negative 6y squared. Collecting like terms, we get y to the sixth minus positive 2, take away 3, minus 1y to the fourth, minus 6y squared. Problem 34. You have y times 2y minus 1 times y plus 4. We need to take the monomial times the first binomial to be able to use FOIL. So times y times this binomial. So we get 2y squared minus y. Now we can apply FOIL. First term, 2y cubed, outer plus 8y squared, inner minus y squared, last plus 4y. So it's 2y cubed, positive 8, take away 1, be plus 7y squared plus 4y. It's like a 3 there. And 36, we have y squared times y minus 2y times 2 plus 3y. Again, just to get two binomials, we're going to multiply this first. So we get y squared minus 2y cubed. Now times it by the second, which is, that should be a y there. 2 plus 3y. So first term, we get 2y squared, outer term plus 3y cubed, inner term negative 4y cubed, and last negative 6y to the fourth. So the 2y squared comes down, positive 3 and negative 4 make negative 1y cubed minus 6y to the fourth. The next set of problems, 38, we're going to actually solve equations. So problem number 38, we're going to apply FOIL twice here. X minus 2 times x minus 3 equals x minus 7 times x plus 3. So FOIL, first term, x squared, outer, negative 3x, inner, negative 2x, last, positive 6. Come over here and do the same. X squared, outer, plus 3x, inner, minus 7x, last, negative 21. Remember, simplify first. So that's x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals x squared minus 4x minus 21. Now get the variables on one side. We start with the variable that has the highest exponent. So we subtract x squared from both sides, and that's gone. So now we have negative 5x plus 6 equals negative 4x minus 21. Get the x's on both sides. I'm going to add 5x. So I have 6 equals x minus 21. Add 21 to both sides, and my answer is 27 for x. Problem number 40. 2n plus 5 times 3n minus 4 equals the quantity n plus 2 times 6n minus 7. First terms, I get 6n squared, outer term negative 8n, inner term plus 15n, last minus 20. Do the same on the right side of the equal sign. First term is 6n squared, outer negative 7n, inner plus 12n, last minus 14. Simplify. 6n squared plus 7n minus 20 equals 6n squared plus 5n, negative 7 plus 12, minus 14. Now get the variable on one side starting with the n squared. So we subtract 6n squared from both sides. And now we have 7n minus 20 equals 5n minus 14. I'm going to subtract 5n from both sides. So that leaves me 2n minus 20 equals negative 14. Add 20. And that leaves me 2n equals 6. Divide by 2. And my answer is n equals 3. Problem 42. We have n plus 3 times 2n plus 3 equals the quantity n plus 2 squared plus the quantity n minus 2 squared. So that's, if we rewrite the whole thing, getting rid of those squares, it's n plus 3 times 2n plus 3 equals n plus 2 times n plus 2 plus n minus 2 times n minus 2. Lots of good practice with FOIL here. Okay, we'll do FOIL here. We get 2n squared plus 3n plus 6n plus 9. FOIL here, n squared plus 2n plus 2n plus 4. And the last one here, plus n squared minus 2n minus 2n plus 4. So you would double check and make sure that you got that. Obviously we want to simplify. So 2n squared plus 9n plus 9 equals, I have 2n squares here, 2n squared, 2n plus 2n is 4n, that's a negative 4n, so these are just going to go out, and plus 8, 4 plus 4. So I need to get the n's on one side, and I start with the highest power, so I'm going to subtract 2n squared from both sides, so those go out. So now I have 9n plus 9 equals 8. Subtract 9. I have 9n equals negative 1. Divide by 9. My answer is n equals negative 1/9. .44 you can skip. Yay. That concludes the evens. Be sure and check the answers in the back of the book and get help as needed.